Hello everyone! Are you looking for a professional adventure in the country of love and light? Or maybe you already live there and you're craving for a new job opportunity, but it's been a while since you looked for a job. Either way, stay with me because I will share with you in this video everything I learned in 9 years living and working in France as a career coach. So I know a few things. Changing jobs in France can be very exciting, but also it is challenging, let's face it. Whether you're looking for a job or maybe a career in fashion in Paris, or maybe you want to find something in the tech industry in Lyon, there are some common keys or rules that will ensure to succeed in this challenge. Now, the first thing to do is to thoroughly research the job market in France. What are the industries booming? What are the biggest demands? Get informed about the opportunities that best suit your skills and passions. The French market is very dynamic. There are many companies, many sectors, many industries. So there are always job opportunities, even in the most difficult years. By the time I'm recording this video, which is in October 2023, France is experiencing a recovery in the job market. It's more like the post-COVID effects, as well as the realignment of the market after the fall of many startups at the beginning of the year. So there are many opportunities that are rising here and there, with an economy that is not necessarily blooming, but it will maintain the regular speed. So make a good research so that you understand this new country and this new system where you will be repositioning yourself. Here are some websites that I recommend you to visit. Indeed is the most used job board in France. You can also visit Welcome to the Jungle, which is another excellent website for job postings and information about companies, and especially if you're looking for startups and technology. And you can also please consider to set your alerts on LinkedIn, as it is also an excellent source of information for job search. Second thing, and I would say is the most relevant thing that you can do in order to change jobs in France. Do networking. Connect with locals, professionals, attend job fairs, attend networking events organized by companies or associations. But above everything, build your network. The best opportunities in the market are not found on a job board website, and they are not going to be suggested to you when you apply online. The best opportunities are the ones you find when you talk to people, when you ask the right questions, when you prepare your pitch and you introduce yourself as the professional they have been looking for. Now tell me something, do you have a clear pitch presentation? Do you have the right approach so that people know you and see how great a professional you are? Networking is highly appreciated and it works really well in France. Most people know how to do networking and they respect very much the corporate and professional codes. You know, I had a student 3 years ago, came to one of my talent workshops, and he was really focused. His job search was really about networking. He was from India. He didn't speak any French. He didn't have any European passport, but he had a strong determination to stay in France and especially to start a consulting career there. He took my class very seriously, I remember, and he prepared an excellent pitch and he started to identify key players in the consulting industry in Paris, and he would have at least one working meeting per week, if not 2 networking coffees or lunch with some people. And some people would meet him just to share information about their companies. Other people would actually find his profile really interesting. And other people just simply found nice to have a coffee with some stranger. But that's how networking works. You meet people who gives you sometimes interesting information, or they connect you with somebody else, and eventually they can lead you to somebody with even better information. And eventually you are in the right place in the right time with the right person. That's networking. And the thing is that by the end of the semester, he had 3 job offers, all in consulting, English-speaking jobs, where the companies were really happy to sponsor their job visa. It was super lovely to see this message from him to thank me for this coaching class, and it all happened because he was really making networking the strategy to find a job. And it was this that made possible for him to achieve this dream of living and working in France. So there you go. And the third thing you need to get ready is your CV and cover letter. And for this, I would suggest to subscribe to this channel because I will be creating more content and on best practices to build your CV for European jobs, including the French CV. So click here and activate the notifications bell. Perfect. Alright, so the CV in French has its own requirements. For instance, there is one-page CV, you can put a photo if you want to. The French appreciate to see your hobbies and interests. You have to make it really to respond specifically to the job position for which you're applying for. And unlike the CV in English, you don't need to provide any by default references from your previous employers. Now, these are only some examples or some details, but my point is that you have to be ready with the CV that corresponds to the French market requirements. And the same thing applies to the cover letter, which is no longer the most important recruitment tool. We have to say that, but some companies still ask for it. So you have to make sure that you do it right and according to what is needed. Now, let me give you an important cultural French tip here. In France, the recruiters, they love to see what you did last. And most likely, they will label you based on your previous experience. So if you are looking for a job in a similar job, or a similar area, make sure that you make the best description of your last job. Highlight results, keywords, competences, and everything that can help them see that you are the best candidate for the job. Let's say that you don't want to just change jobs, but you want to change careers. Then I recommend you to watch a couple of videos I made. One is called Identify Your Skills, and the other one is What Are Your Strengths? You have the links just right here below. In this video, we talk about skills, competences, how to transfer them, and how to use them to position yourself for a new job. This will be key in a market where people have the tendency to label you for what you did last. So you will have to be convincing, and you will have to be able to let them know that you have many assets that are transferable and equally valuable for that job. So there you go. You have to be ready. So I figure you have already all the tools you need. If you want to start or take on this new challenge of finding a new job in France, so start by making your research about the market so that you identify the best niche for you. Do networking so that you get closer to the best opportunities, and prepare a good CV according to what they are expecting so that everybody speaks the same language. And about speaking a language, here's an extra tip for you. Even if your French is not perfect, or maybe you're not even looking to work in French yet, you can always let slip away a few French words when you are interacting with French people. They always appreciate when you're learning the language, and they can actually be very admirative of your language skills, especially when they cannot speak your mother tongue. So a little bonjour madame, or merci à vous, or à la prochaine, or even a belle journée à vous can take you a long way with the French. So go for it. I'm looking forward to create more content to help you boost your career and to find a job in France or in any other country in Europe. So I'll be seeing you in another episode. Big kiss as always.